Club Monte, everybody. The club's open again. Sorry for the wait. We're back actually by popular demand. We are back by popular demand, TP, so you know.
I've come to realize great growth soon on.
It's
and going to continue to skyrocket.
You reckon? What are you going to do to contribute to that?
Let it be shared. Tell people to subscribe. Tell them about the content. Tell them what's nice about Club Monte with all the topics that we're going to share and all the enjoyment that will be had, which people will still get to learn and see more so in the future when you expand as well with the topics at hand.
Speaking of expanding, guys, let's start with the segment. So this is Blues Bias. It is a strictly Chelsea segment where we unpack all things Chelsea. Now, I want to make one thing clear. Né? I'm a Chelsea supporter. I'm not their parent.
Sure.
So I'm here to say horrible things about these players if and when it's necessary.
Okay.
Do you love Chelsea unconditionally?
For all of me. I love them unconditionally. So we actually in the same boat. If someone has to be ripped apart, they'll be ripped apart.
No.
It's as simple as that. If we're showing love, we do the same.
No. So if you love them unconditionally, are you gonna rip them apart as they should be?
Why not?
Unconditional love is crazy. How do you love Chelsea unconditionally? It's such an
it takes us and it controls us. So with how it's controlling us right now, if something's offside, we'll let it be known black and white. There's no gray in between.
All right, I hope so.
We don't need VAR.
All right, bet. Cool. So with that then, let's begin with perhaps, look, it's been bothering me.
Get it off your chest.
It's shaking the dressing room.
I see.
Enzo Fernandez, he's dividing the dressing room. And you know what I think is happening here? Enzo is an important cog in the machine. And everybody who has something to lose is scared to call him out. That's Enzo Maresca. That's Reece James. Reece James said, they asked him about it and he said, he's apologized, so it's over now.
You have to be advised by PR. The best situation in this scenario, more so it's still preseason, we're under new management, play it down. If anything, the best thing that the club did from their end was releasing a statement, which they did. Obviously, the statement was just to paper over the cracks, but the damage was already done. Enzo's statement as well, for one, was pretty weak, If anything from my end...
it looked like he just on Instagram, he just took a screenshot. It was like,
It was weak. If anything on my end, I will shout out to Wesley Fofana, who just spoke his mind, did not care what club PR is saying. He's like, hey, look.
Okay, that...
He let it rip. Whilst the others, all they did is just... The big French contingency just unfollowed him.
All right, so that is unsettling the dressing room.
It has to be.
When Enzo comes back, we have a problem. It's not, he's not there now.
It's not, it can't be ignored. There is a problem when
So what's going to happen? Are they going to speak? What's going to happen? How does this get solved?
Everything will obviously happen internally with sites being set for game 1 against Man City. We don't know.
Man City first.
what a way to start off the season. What a first game to have for Enzo. Then again, we can also say Pochettino's first game was Liverpool last season. So this thing of Chelsea getting big teams to start off the Premier League, we could be coming used to it. Once upon a time, Lampard got Man United and they cleaned us 4-0.
I remember.
At
Old Trafford.
So,
sad
day. But
I had high hopes for that game and I was watching with a whole lot of United. But yeah.
So with that being said, it's not to be too critical with the lineup that's going to be set out. Look, Enzo still has to show himself. I think he's still living off the big money signing that we've signed him for, as well as having the long-term contract. But the coach has brought a player of his from Leicester who he knows well in Shrewsbury Hall, who I'm not really excited about, but if he can come alive under the coach with what Enzo has shown us so far, we're in for a spectacle this season.
Let's assume I'm a layman. Ne? I know nothing.
Sure.
I know absolutely nothing about
a championship player,
about football, about Chelsea. Convince me why there's any reason near tangible that Chelsea will be anything better than we've been for the past 2 seasons. Why should we believe anything will change? Now, I want to believe. I'm not here saying
Sure. That's the next thing I was coming to, actually.
No, I want to
You know,
believe. So and
We're
so
trying to
let
be
me-
objective as fans, but
So
you
let
must
me-
still release that fan perspective.
So devil's advocate a bit. Cucurella's coming back from the Euros. He's won the Euros. Hopefully he comes with that winning mentality, winning feel.
Sorry to interrupt you. I still want to know what was said to Cucurella by Mauricio Pochettino at halftime at Villa Park against Aston Villa when we're 2-0 down. Because during that week, we lost 5-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, that was...
Arsenal, we lost 5-0 when they hammered us.
Yeah.
From that weekend, we had lost 1-0 badly to Man City against a tired Man City who had come off facing Real Madrid, who we should have beat. Halftime, Villa Park, we are 2-0 down. Poch makes the changes, and all of a sudden, we start seeing Cucurella being an inverted fullback. We draw that game 2-2 with the last-minute goal being cancelled out by VAR.
I remember.
And we won our next 5 games to end off the season, with Cucurella being brilliant, Palmer continuing his form, Jackson scoring the tap-ins, and Noni Madueke also
Jackson doing
coming,
what?
scoring the tap-ins. So one-touch finish and the tap-ins, you know. Noni Madueke also catching form. I just asked myself, what did Pochettino say to him at halftime? Because since that moment, we've seen
To
a
now,
Cucurella, literally to now, if you exclude Palmer's goal against England, where I don't know where Cucurella was going, trying to block in the midfield and leaving Saka alone. But to now, we're starting to see Cucurella from his Getafe days, his Eibar days, where the name was being announced around Europe. There's a youth Spanish international who's from Barca's academy, but has been taken out. Because I'm happy with Cucurella, but I still don't trust him yet. But off of what he's shown us over the past 3 months, he can earn a starting berth over Chilwell and potentially over Tyreek George, who has started in his position with this first preseason game, even though there isn't much that we can read into a preseason game versus Wrexham, to be honest.
Okay, so a few things to unpack here. Let's start with Cucurella. As you said, I still don't trust him either. He just...
He's not your cup of tea.
What's the saying? A cheetah will never lose its spots.
Okay.
I know what he is. It's in his DNA. Cucurella is a mistake waiting to happen. But credit where it's due. So he's been good. What's that song?
Which one?
The one that he's singing, man. The Cucurella
song for Spain, where he cut down Haaland, I didn't even want to learn the words because I'm like, bro.
Cuckoo. I know the words.
You know the words. What did he say about Haaland then, if you know the words?
He said Haaland is shaking. The line about Haaland is that Haaland is shaking because Cucurella is coming. And we're playing City. First game. Haaland hat-trick. 5-0, we lose Haaland hat-trick. And they'll penetrate his side. He'll get penetrated. But no, look. Stop it, guys. This is unfair on Cucurella. He's playing well.
Literally.
He's playing well.
And I'm hopeful because we have a coach who's position-based, which benefits Cucurella's playing style, as we saw at Brighton.
But no, yeah. I don't know if it's Tyreek George that gets sacrificed for Cucurella or will it be Chilwell? Because Chilwell started on the left side of the back three, I think, against Wrexham.
He came off the bench.
He did. It was Badia Cole, and
who was on the right?
That new guy from Fulham, Tosin.
Yes, Tosin.
So then it was Tyreek George, and then it was Madueke, who were hugging the touchlines. Then Reece James and
Madueke was above Reece James actually.
Yeah. Madueke was at the top.
3-4-3, Lavia and Chukwemeka.
And Chukwemeka, who didn't come off actually.
Yeah.
Chukwemeka played
full 90
the whole game. I wonder if we should read into that, but he's not gonna play because I see him giving up his place to Palmer. So I mean, despite how.
Then again, it's quite a tricky one. How much can we read into a preseason game against Rex?
It's only one, so that's why I don't wanna dwell on it. So at the time of recording this now, we're playing tonight against Celtic. Chelsea. I mean, I'm coming back to the question, what do we have? Tell me, convince me.
That betters us from last season.
And the season before. So I'm gonna build
and the
for
season
you.
before was rock bottom. Don't worry. If
so,
ever we reach there again, there must be some other new sanction for our current owner.
So, Cucurella, Enzo comes back having won the Copa America. These things matter, right?
Palmer from the final.
And besides Palmer's goal in the final.
Gallagher, one of our leaders, unfortunately.
We'll talk about that now. As much as Palmer maybe didn't get as a lot of minutes, the external pressure that everyone puts on England and Southgate to start Palmer that does a lot for Palmer's confidence. More
100%.
than perhaps what people might think. Palmer not playing, he needs to play. He's going to lose confidence, lose form. I think it did the complete opposite.
True.
Because what it does to you on the bench, Palmer, is it's, hey, when I do go on, when I do get on, I need to.
Flames.
Because everyone's waiting for it to happen.
Flames.
Yeah. And you could see it, man. Palmer was really intentional every time he came on.
Every time.
He knew he needed to.
I remember the game against
We need to go
Slovenia.
that way. Yeah.
Slovenia in the second half when he came on. He just had an impact. And seeing his role against Spain was so interesting because he was part of a midfield three, but deeper than Bellingham.
Yeah.
Still having his line and freedom on the right
with
Saka further ahead,
So
but
I
actually
wonder-
deeper than Bellingham.
I wonder how much that has to do with Southgate or them
Personnel.
themselves or was it just whoever, whatever.
I guess it still suited him because he was still on the right flank and, Saka does well at holding a touchline in opening that space for you to drive through. He ended up being like an advanced number 8.
And that looks like what Maresca's doing as well, with Saka now being Madueke and then Palmer playing sort of as an inside 10. We're going to play with 2 inside 10s with Nkunku and with Palmer. And then I really like this kid from Barcelona, man. I really, really like this kid from Barcelona.
Mr. Gui. I'm
He
shocked
reminds
that he
me-
was left out of the Olympic squad.
He's not in the Olympics.
He's with us.
I mean, it makes sense now, yeah. I know our... Okay, hold on. Let me finish off with Key. He reminds me a bit of Costa. He's got a
Okay.
bit of bulldog in him. Like, he
Yeah.
chases the ball, he chases lost causes, he's in
Yeah.
people's ears, he'll leave a challenge on you.
Yeah, even the moments that he showed at Barcelona with
Man.
him making his debut off the bench and scoring the win against Athletic Bilbao.
I really hope we don't send him out on loan.
He's not the typical La Masia player from mine. La Masia doesn't produce that many strikers.
In any event, yeah.
True.
But even if
But
they
he's
would...
also not the typical one. From the past ones that we've thought of, or certain forwards, Sandro Ramirez, Pedro, Munir, who ended up being taken to Sevilla. But they were like techie. I don't find the techiness from him,
He's
but
more
still
just
good with the ball.
The bulldog, yeah. I want that. Give me that. Give me that. That's the last time we won the league. We had a person like that. Give me that. We
Chelsea
need
has never won a league without that.
that kind of person. Who has?
Well, City wins it without strikers.
Not even a striker, yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah.
It
yeah.
happens.
So
But,
it can happen technically, yeah.
Liverpool with
It's not
Firmino,
a-
but Drogba, that. Costa, that and more.
He just put it on you, man.
Yeah.
Man!
That hits,
Ish.
It must be brought out.
We need to sort out the goalkeeper situation.
Yo.
We don't
the
have a keeper.
most annoying chat
we've
with
got-
Chelsea every single season.
We've got 2 second choice keepers competing to be first choice. Like 2 second choice caliber. When I say
100%.
I'm talking about the second choice.
100%.
Either of them can bench for Chelsea. Either of them.
100%.
I don't
and
mind.
comfortably.
Yeah, nicely. Back up,
Comfortably.
play FA Cup games and Carabao Cup.
And my
the
issue
EFL.
now is that who we linked with, who we potentially going to get,
That guy from...
Philip Jorgensen. You
Yeah,
know what?
Jorgensen.
I haven't seen a lot of him.
I've not seen anything of him. I'm not
But
going to lie to you.
recently, Netflix released the La Liga All Access, and there's an episode around Villarreal and Celta Vigo fighting relegation as the bigger teams. And he was one of the main players followed in the Villarreal camp. He has a beautiful girlfriend, by the way. Like, wow. But my man, you can play
Bro's
with your
fighting
feet,
relegation.
but like he can be our number 1, but it's not convincing. It's not a thing of your position is settled. You are the number 1. Like, everyone is competing for number 1. I don't want that. I want to have a number 1 and a set number 2. Number 2, do what you have to do to compete, but understand your position. Basically, I want a Kelleher
Exactly.
as the number 2 and understand that we have Alisson. Kelleher, you're great. You'll start in half of the teams in the Premier League as the number 1 goalkeeper, but we know who our number 1 is.
Okay, who do we get then? If you could have it your way, the market for goalkeepers.
I'd be honest, my only issue, market would be more difficult, but if I had to pick one that could also suit our philosophy, only problem, he might be short. And Premier League, there's bangers hit, which we've seen kill us with Kepa.
You're going to say Kepa?
No. I get Mark under Ter Stegen. And remember, with the goalkeeper, age isn't the biggest issue.
It tends to work actually inversely.
Exactly.
The older they get, they become more reliable and stuff.
Exactly. Then again, he's club captain at Barcelona, so that would be difficult.
We've got this guy. with America at the Olympics. The American goalkeeper. Slonina, yeah.
My boy Mara, that goal Mikel Olise scored.
Eish.
I know it was hot.
So yeah, I watched them against France, ne? And that's probably the worst performance I've ever seen.
Him put in.
Slonina, ne? Is it Slonina or Slolina?
I think it's Slonina.
Nina, ne? Then Nina. That was the worst. I was really hopeful. I remember watching him at the under-20 World Cup for USA.
The one Uruguay won, yeah. Where
we had Andre Santos,
player, yes,
Andre Santos,
and Cassidy winning player
and
of the tournament
yeah,
for
they were
Italy.
in team, and then Slolina. He was really good, man. I think he kept 4 clean sheets in a row before America finally did concede a goal. Age, I think, and just the bright lights, man. I think he's going to fall victim to that if he comes to Chelsea now. I think the American structure helped because, I mean, with all due respect, you can flourish there. There are no stars.
There's chances against
proverbial,
you.
yeah. There are a lot of chances for you too, yeah. But what I mean, there's also not a lot of expectation on the shoulders of an American team.
Sure.
He won't be under pressure as much as he would if we were to bring him back and make him the number 1.
It just annoys me that every single season it's a conversation for debate. Since Courtois left to go join his kids in Madrid, you know, we got Kepa, we weren't satisfied. Lampard had to survive with him, competing with Caballero. We brought in Mendy. 2 years later, Mendy is gone.
Kepa's still on our books. Kepa, discuss Kepa.
Well, if Andre Lunin leaves, Kepa will most likely be Madrid's number 2. And I'm okay with that.
Kepa needs to come back and we need to make a decision with Kepa.
Yeah, we really
need to make a decision with him. Do we keep him? Do we sell him?
You know what bothers me with our keepers? You, with the keepers that we currently have, who would you start?
So see, for the fact that it takes me longer than 10 seconds to think, I mean, everybody says, which I don't believe, but everybody says that Sanchez is good with his feet. He's horrible with his feet.
Dude, honestly, he's the most basic definition of a goalkeeper that can play with his feet.
Yeah, he cannot play with his feet.
Literally because he's born in Spain. Every Spanish footballer can play football.
Man, when that guy gets the ball, the combination of him, Disasi, it's just a circus.
No. Even at Brighton, and then when Brendan Steele was brought in, you could even see there,
it's a circus.
It's just not it.
It's a circus. He can't play with his feet. That is ill. That's vile to say. He cannot play with his feet.
Literally.
Is he better than Petrovic? Ever so slightly.
Literally.
But you're comparing someone that cannot play with their feet in Petrovic to someone who slightly can.
And is labeled can play with their feet.
And he can't.
And let's be honest, Petrovic, we didn't have any expectations of him. He didn't exceed my expectations, but with where Chelsea needs to go, Petrovic could not be between the sticks. Sanchez can't be. So it leaves us with this Philip Jorgensen, who honestly I'm not satisfied with.
Let's get him in and see, because look, some of these signings, they really, really, really tend to do well, really. Especially I find with keepers. With keeper, a lot of it is about how commanding you are, your attitude as a goalkeeper.
Yes, 100%.
Sass, for lack of a better word. Onana has it a lot. Onana's got meme videos of mistakes.
True.
But Onana has presence. Yeah, he's got the sass. He's keepers really, really, really need to master this thing of the dark arts of football. As a goalkeeper, you really need to know how to cheat to win.
100%.
You need all of your players.
More so in the box, with the ball in the air, the referee leans towards you.
They touch me, I fall down.
Abuses.
You touch me, I fall down. You touch me, I'm falling, I'm screaming. The ball goes out for a goal kick, we're a goal up.
Edison knows it very well.
All these keepers, wasting time. Maybe we're a goal up, and you guys are now heaping the pressure. The ball goes out for a goal kick. All of a sudden, I don't know where the ball is. I don't know where it went out. Now I throw another ball onto the field.
I'm first shouting at my defenders.
I don't need to shout at them. All these dark words. It starts with your goalkeeper. True. I like keepers like that. This is for especially if maybe you lack raw talent. Like maybe you're not that great a keeper. Maybe you really need all these things to fill it in. But as far as Chelsea is concerned, we even if we solve the keeper problem, we lack a lot. Let's say we get a keeper now. All right, let's take our last title-winning team. Mm-hmm. So you need a 20-goal striker, Team Diego Costa. We don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
you need a superstar. So someone
Creator.
needs to, so the superstar. Okay, we have that. So it was Hazard. It's Cole Palmer now. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Let's say this like for like that cancels out.
We're not speaking on levels. We're
No. We're not saying Cole Palmer is Hazard. No, not at all.
Please.
Well, I mean, okay. Okay.
Simple. We're just saying
I'm not saying that.
we have that exhibit in
Right.
Cole Palmer.
Okay, who can take the bull by the horns and say, right, let me
100%.
take us to the promised land. Cole Palmer, your superstar. So we have that. So we're missing goalkeeper. Okay, hold on. So I'm moving backwards from up down.
From the top, yes.
So we don't have the striker. We have it's typically a 10.
Yeah, the creator.
Manchester City have ticked 2 boxes, right? They've got the Diego Costa, it's Erling Haaland. They've got the superstar, it's Kevin De Bruyne, the creator. They've got that, so they tick 2 boxes.
Yeah.
Then you need a person,
Partner.
sort of a Robin that operates under the hood.
Okay, you're not wrong in saying Robin, but with how you put in the Man City example, a partner. Full Foden, Chelsea, last title winning team, Willian. A partner.
I would have said it's
Oscar.
Pedro.
Okay, that's a fair shout as well.
Pedro came in clutch.
But that was a good thing. We were able to sacrifice Pedro, Willian, those changes, But like you're saying, a partner.
Yeah.
A partner to Kevin De Bruyne, Foden. Maybe Foden may take over the lead. Partner to Hazard was Willian. For Cole Palmer, who do we have as that partner?
I don't trust anyone.
Hopeful if injuries can stay away. But then he may also be the goal threat. Christopher Nkunku.
Oh, we do. Christopher Nkunku's the partner.
We
Yeah.
have a talent there. He just needs the rhythm and the flow to continue. Christopher Nkunku, there's a talent there.
Okay.
A strong one indeed.
Then a disrupting holding midfielder.
Are we satisfied with Moses Caicedo after
Does
his
he have to
first season?
disrupt even? Does it have to necessarily be a disrupting? Rodri?
Depending on how much of the ball we may have, we might need to give time to Lavia.
Time.
I'm hoping won't be injured this season. There's options. We've skipped Enzo because we don't have any labeling hope for him. We haven't mentioned Gallagher.
You don't want to mention Gallagher.
I really don't. But then I'm just going through our squad right now. Chukwuemeka off the bench. There needs to be a player off the bench. So like how you mentioned Pedro and I mentioned Willian. That's a player off the bench who can give you a 5-5, if not a 10-5 in goals and assists in attack.
Though, all right. And then the back line? Circus.
He's tricky.
Circus.
There's nothing to say about that. He's tricky.
Yeah, no, it's a circus show, man. We don't, first of all.
Who's going to be the leader now with Thiago Silva gone? The centre-back pairing. Are the injuries behind Levi Cole? There's a back three of David Luiz who came back from PSG and was amazing.
Besides injuries, Levi Cole. Besides Levi Cole's injuries. He's not good enough anyway, so I mean, besides his injuries, let him even if he's fit and play. If Levi Cole plays 38 games this season, it doesn't help us.
You know what I want to hear from you? What would be your starting back 5? Or you can also pick your starting back 4 across everyone that we have at Chelsea, fully fit. And when I say fully fit, that's where we dissect how good our defense actually is on paper, obviously.
I'll probably go with this guy from Fulham.
Tosin. I'd pick him over Disasi.
Definitely, yeah. And that's just a testament to how bad Disasi's been, because I've not seen much of Tosin, even when he was at Fulham, but he must be better than Disasi. Man, Disasi scored one of the greatest own goals I've ever seen.
Against Enzo Maresca.
Against Leicester, yeah. So Tosin may be the right. Yeah, let's go with Badiashile to sort of anchor it in the middle, and to his left. It's all we have. What else can I say? It's all we have.
From my end, if it had to be a back 3, Levi on the left, Tosin in the middle, Fofana on the right.
Oh, there's Fofana. No, Fofana. Yes. A fit Fofana.
A fit Fofana is not great.
Really good. Yeah, I'll take Fofana. I'll take Fofana over.
One of the better players that we've got.
Definitely, I'd take Fofana over any of these three people. So he definitely should be there. Yeah, Fofana maybe, and that means I drop by the shield and put Toss in center.
Yeah, and then Colwell on the left.
Left, right.
Ish.
It's still a circus, man. We need to sort this defense out, bro. It's still a circus.
We don't even know who we're starting between the stakes.
Look,
we conceded a lot of silly goals last season. It's the one thing I hope Maresca can hopefully fix.
And
in not taking much away from our attack.
We considered a silly goal against Wrexham. So Chelsea are like that ex, ne? That tells you everything's fine. Trust me, give me another chance. And then you give them another chance. And then
everything is far from fine.
I wouldn't say far, but you start to see things creeping in, the things that made you break up with this person.
Why did you go back to your ex in the first place? Don't go back to
your ex. You love them unconditionally, like how you love Chelsea.
But you left her. You won't leave your child.
Chelsea. Will I leave Chelsea?
You won't. I'm telling you.
Are you forcing me? I'll leave this team.
You're mad.
My man, I've left Chelsea before. I've had a hiatus, man. 3 months.
Sabbaticals.
Yeah. Just took off. Man, there was a time Chelsea were horrific. Horrific. We were losing every weekend, bro. Every weekend.
We'd lose to what? Bournemouth at home.
Yeah, Bournemouth at home, Southampton at home was normal.
It was normal, eh? It was actually normal.
So it still is normal. What's changed? What's changed?
I have hope.
Thanks, guys, for the first installment. That's been Club Monte. We've run out of time. It's first of many. Any parting words, Tsepzorro?
Good luck, boys.
Score predictions for tonight.
We'll beat Celtic 2-1.
They beat City 4-3.
Yeah, we'll beat them 2-1.
Who's scoring?
Score is Noni and Sterling.
Ooh, Raz. You don't like him either.
He's not a good player. He's just fast. So any coach who can coach a winger with pace, it's an advantage. Have space, use your pace. No pace, poor play. Exhibit A, Rashford.
Bro sniffed in at the end. Wait. Rashford's not a good player.
Oh my Lord.
Man United fans.
Oh my Lord.
Rashford's a good player.
Oh my Lord. You know how I feel about English players, eh?
All right, now's not the time. Man United fans, and I don't like to talk to about people when they're not here. They need to be able to defend themselves, because I certainly am not going to defend Rashford. If you say he's whack, whatever.
Sure.
Guys, this has been Club Monte. Thanks. This has been Tsepzorro. If you're a Chelsea fan and you think you know your story, please get in touch. If you're an Arsenal fan and you know your story, get in touch. If you are any team's fan and you think you know your story, come join the club. We want to hear from you. Until next time, thanks.